Our emotions often dictate a lot of what we do every day. Depending on how we feel every day, we think differently, we act differently, and we interact differently with others. Our emotions are a huge part of our life. They affect everything. So if we can learn to control our emotions, we'll learn to have more control, more fun, and more success in our lives. Today, let's talk about how you can control your emotions. It is true that emotions may run wild with us. If we've experienced something insanely strong, like when we're really happy or really sad or really angry, it's very difficult to control that emotion because it's a strong factor, it's a strong influence in our lives. But you can still control even those emotions. Today I want to teach you the 3-step process to becoming the master of your own emotions. And you'll see why this is not an easy task with the first step. The first step is to know what you're feeling right now. And that's the step most people already fail at. Because we're not good at taking a step back when we're totally in an emotion. When we're angry, when we're sad, when we're happy, we just run with it. We don't tend to analyze, oh yeah, I'm feeling sad now, or oh, I'm feeling very angry now, or oh, I'm feeling very excited now. That just doesn't happen. Usually we just go with the emotion and then whatever the emotion dictates, we do. But that may not be beneficial to us. So to become a master of your emotions, you need to take that step back. You need to become aware of what it is you're currently feeling. Where are you at right now? Is that beneficial to you? Do you need to change it? Can you run with it? What's going on? The person that controls their emotion is the one that can interfere when they decide to. It doesn't mean you have to always be happy or always be sad, but you should be able to choose. And the first step is to become aware of that. Now, this will not be easy and it will take some time to learn. Because most often, the emotions just pass by. We don't even notice them until they're already gone. And then realize, oh, I was pretty angry then. Or, damn, that was a pretty sad moment for me. The key is to learn to be aware of the emotion while it's happening. Get into the habit of just noticing what's going on. You'll suck at first. A lot of emotions will go past you and will do their thing and you won't be able to control those emotions. But the more often you become aware, the more often you can interact with those emotions. But even if we can control them, even if we can interact with them, what do we really want? Do we want to change them? Is it good to change them? Or do we want to run with it? Do we want to stay sad, stay angry? That's okay too. And that's step number 2, knowing where you want to go. What emotion do you actually want? What emotion would be most beneficial to you right now? And that's different depending on the situation. Sometimes it's very good to be angry and to be sad and to let things go or to be afraid. Those emotions have their place too. And sometimes we just don't want to be happy. That's fine. But we need to know what we want. If we don't know what we want to change the emotion to, then what's the point in looking what the emotion is anyway? It's going to stay the same. And you won't be able to interact in a way to become happy either. When you're sad right now and you want to stay sad, you'll act differently than if you want to be happy. So after you figure out what emotion you have, you need to know where you're going. You need both points. Otherwise, there will be no path. And then you need to act on it. Step number 3 is then to change the emotion to what you want. Now most people will go, how do you do that? How can you just change your emotion? You can't just become happy whenever you choose to be. Well, yes you can. We've all been happy, we've all been sad, we've all been angry. We know what that looks like. We know when we're happy, we're excited, we stand out tall, we smile, and we do more work, we hang out with friends, we just do different things. And when we're angry, our facial muscles change, our posture changes, our thoughts change, and the way we interact with the world changes as well. And you know exactly what those things are. If I tell you to imagine an angry person right now, you can see what they look like. You can see how they stand. You can figure out what they will do. and you can even look into their thoughts because you've been angry before. Now, all of these conditions, all of these factors are linked to the emotion in your brain. So to get the emotion, you just have to reverse engineer it. Instead of the emotion causing the factors, you have to actively change the factors to create the emotion. It's common knowledge that smiling makes us happy. So what do you think will happen when you slouch over, when you cross your arms, when you look upset? That will also link to an emotion in your head. And then it'll be more likely that you will experience that emotion. And if you don't, then you just need to add more factors into it. That's the 3-step process to changing your emotions, to controlling them. 1, be aware of where you're at. 2, know what emotion you want. And 3, add as many factors that are related to this emotion. Doesn't sound that hard, right? But it works. I'll just need a bit of practice to become aware of the emotion at first, and then you'll be able to control more of your emotions every single day. Now, I'm not saying that it's always great to control your emotions. Sometimes it's good to just let them run wild, and you need to be aware of that too. Being happy 24/7 is not healthy either. But your emotions are your responsibility. You have to deal with the consequences of your actions in any emotion, so learn to control them, so that you can have the consequences that you desire, and not the ones that your emotions dictate.